What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on Bryce James just recently took a visit to Arizona. And so they posted, these kinds of pictures with Bryce James, in the Arizona jacket. And it looked, I didn't see him post any other pictures with him, like with from any other visits. So it looked like he's pretty excited, about going to the school. And when you do this kind of thing, it looks like, almost seems like Bryce James has made his decision. So, he's going to, possibly, quite possibly, go to the University of Arizona, right? And so now my question though is, and what I want to speak on is, will Bryce, number one, will he stay his 4 years at Arizona? A lot of people say, I've heard people say, and not just other people, but from what I see, I don't think Bryce James is that much better than Bronny James. And I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be funny or anything, but I just don't think he's that much better than even Bronny James. And so I think, in my opinion, that Bryce James is going to need to most likely stay in school for 4 years if he wants to if he wants to get good enough to play at the next level. I think he'll have to work hard. He'll have to work hard to make sure that he's the kind of, he's good enough to play at the next league, at the next level. And another concern that I have is, with what has happened with Bronny James, will that affect Bryce James, uh, his ability to move on to the next level? Number one, because um, Bronny James has, by all accounts, like underperformed when it comes to like what he has done, for the Lakers, and what Bronny James has done. Even in the G League, Bronny James just don't look like he's ready. So if Bryce James stay at Arizona or whatever college he decided to go to, if Bryce James stay there for 4 years and work hard, will he be given a fair chance, despite what his brother has done, and in the league, and how how his father, and that's another thing people have to think about, like the fact that his father, try to manufacture history with bringing Bronny James up too soon. Like, will that hurt Bryce James? Because general managers or organizations may not be so willing to bring Bryce James onto their team, because they might face criticism, like, why are you bringing Bryce James on when number one, what happened with LeBron and Bronny. Number two, maybe there'll be some doubts, like, is Bryce James really good enough? Will teams be, even if it's like, if it's close, if Bryce James is close, or he might be still at that, after playing 3 or 4 years at college, Bryce James may still be like a work in progress. So if it's close like that, do you think that teams will be willing to give Bryce James that opportunity to, or take a chance on Bryce James? And it's just, it's something to think about. Like, will people be willing to take a chance on Bryce James and give him the opportunity or a chance to earn a spot on a NBA roster, seeing what happened with LeBron and Bronny? I think Bryce James is going to be fighting an uphill battle. But one thing about it, though, I think, though, is Bryce James he saw what happened with Bronny James, and so maybe that will make him want to work that much harder to prove that he is not Bronny James. Also, that might want to motivate him even more, is the fact that he may say, well, even though LeBron is my father, I want to make this on my own merits. So in my opinion, that's the type of attitude that Bryce James is going to need to have if he wants to be able to make it at the next level. Not just college level, but make it past college and into the NBA. If he wants to be able to make it to that level, he's going to have to be able to just to work harder than he's ever worked, and just keep his head down. I think if he keep a low profile and just go ahead and work hard towards it, towards being a great college player or even good college player, and work towards getting a chance at the NBA level. I think Bryce James, like given 4 years of hard work, he should be able to make it, and hopefully he'll make it. But I think basically it all comes down on to Bryce James and how much he wanted, how much he is, how hard he is willing to work to get there, and that's my take on it. Yeah, but I want to know from you, anybody who's watching this video, I want to know, what do you think? Do you think Bryce James will be able to, within 4 years, be able to be turn himself into an NBA prospect, someone who's able to make it, onto a roster and help a NBA team out, without his father's help, and despite what has gone on with his brother, like I said, I think Bryce James is fighting an uphill battle because of what happened. And also, I think a lot of times it be the youngest kid who turns out to be better and more successful. You think about what, like the Ball brothers, the youngest one that is playing for Charlotte. I forgot his name, but the youngest one seems to be, seems to be turned out to be the best one out of all three of the Ball brothers. So, looking at it from that point of view, I'll give Bryce James a good chance of being able to turn himself or develop into a good NBA prospect. But like I said, I want to know what you think. Do you think that Bryce James will be able to develop into an NBA prospect, number one? And do you think, number two, Bryce James will get a fair crack at being a NBA ball player, despite, given what has gone on with his father and his brother? With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment, and I'll check you out in the next video. Peace.